Here we are.
Going
Okay.
live.
My button is not showing yet.
Think my mic. Here we go.
Did yours work?
It did.
Mine worked. Okay. You were able to hit go live?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And I tell everybody to watch it on yours because that's the one that has. Okay.
Nope, don't do that.
Here we are. Just 45 minutes late because Christine cannot with this. How was your day, Jacqueline? As our people are finally notified that we're live.
It was good. It was a Monday. You know, my Knights lost last night, so I was a little sad. It was a little rough to start my day.
Who are the Knights?
The Golden Knights, the Vegas hockey team that lost the cup last night. Yeah.
I can't say if I was glad or not that I wasn't in the city this weekend because it would have been absolute so crazy.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy
with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Should I just move? I think this is what I used to do. This here. So I can put this here. There we go. Now we're both big. Hi. Okay.
All right, we got a couple people.
I'm so bad at not just looking at the camera. All right. Do you have any viewers yet?
Yeah, do I have any people? Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome.
Couple. People watching.
Yeah, we're about to start now, so thank you for tuning in. And if anybody's seen any of the things that I've been posting, I know it was a little late that I got around to posting my Dunkin' Egg. This show, the premiere coming up, has really gotten me back to motivated for editing. So here we are, and we will be continuing that here. Jacqueline, my window is open and there's a generator right here. So if you can hear it when it turns on, let me know and I'll close my window.
Okay.
Welcome. Okay, sorry. Welcome to Fire and Wine, a chat between two cosplay queens.
Good evening, little doves, and cheers. Clink, clink.
I've been having so much fun revisiting our previous episodes in my editing.
Yeah.
I don't know how I spent so much time on them. I think it has to do with my editing system not being ideal, but I kind of have come up with a system for the future ones. And I know I keep saying this, I've come up with my final system that I think will work. But the most fun is just kind of like making the little clips for me because it's just like concentrated on one topic and you're just so fun to hang out with. And I feel like I'm hanging out with you even when I'm editing. So
Yeah.
cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Ding. What are you drinking?
Red wine. How are my straps? I've been trying out my white wines because it's summer. Yes. What do you think of how I did my wig? I feel like it looks so Elsa from Frozen.
It's giving me very Elsa, yeah.
Yeah.
I need more like little braids up in the top.
I actually ordered some on Amazon, but they're all just like dirty blonde. None of them are blonde white. So it's a little bit of a struggle. Even when I got my fancy wig from Etsy that I paid like $250 for. Did your screen just black out?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Y'all see me in the comments?
The person who made the wig, like they used different colors of blonde. Like the base of the wig was white blonde, but there was totally like just some like dirty blonde. It wasn't dirty blonde, but it was not white blonde that was braided in, and it really pissed me off because I'm like, I paid this much money for it. You should at least get matching hair, like extensions to put in.
Right.
Anyway, guys, we are here to talk about the upcoming season 3 of House of the Dragon.
Finally,
season 1 and 2 have happened, and season 3 is premiering on Sunday, the 20th, right?
21st.
Okay, Sunday the 21st. And I am pumped. I said we were going to talk about the new actors in the trailers, but both of those were not involved in my prep. So maybe on Friday we'll talk again and talk about the actors in the trailers. But today we're going to be focusing on where the characters were as we last left off at the end of season 2.
Mhm.
What characters and houses are going to be like joining the ranks, and like characters we think we're going to be seeing in the next season.
Mhm.
And the dragons. I did a lot of research on the dragons and like made a lot of notes on like the dragon riders and like the sizes of the dragons. And I'll be adding all those images and visuals in after our live stream. But that's what we're talking about here today. How's that sound, Jacqueline?
Save it for the edit. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about like putting it in the camera, but it's like that would just ruin the edit after.
Right.
Okay, so also, guys, you just have to notice that Christine did like a very type A kind of notes. And of course, I only did this in the last like 3 days, but it's just really funny how like I employ like a type A approach to certain things, but that's like not me at all, and like that's not my life at all. So when I do employ those tactics, it's kind of unusual. I don't get how like I'll do it for social things or creative things, but not for life things.
Definitely not type A at all.
I know. It's very
Knowing you as
true.
long as I've known you, definitely not.
But then, like, as I'm printing this out like an hour ago, I'm like, oh, you know what? I made it with narrow margins, and now I need it with not narrow margins because I didn't think I was going to print it until now, and I got to redo the whole thing. I'm like, wait, no, you can't do that. It's too effing late. All right, so let's talk about the people who, like, all the characters. I'm going to do that again. So let's do a recap of where all the characters were at the end of season 2. Let me just say that the way that episode ended was so exciting. Like, you know how like all the different armies were like marching to war, and then all the different characters and where they were, and we saw Otto Hightower, who we hadn't seen since mid-season, and we don't even know where he was. And just I thought it was a really cool edit, the way that like it really like ramped me up, like, oh my god, we are going to war. And then of course we had to wait 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
But it's
not where I think the season should have ended at all. By any
tell me more.
stretch of the imagination, but I digress. They should have ended this season. They should have ended the season with the gullet, which is what's going to open this next season. 100%.
Well, I think
there was like another writer strike, if I remember correctly. So I think things got a little, or there was something happening, and I think things got pushed back. We only had 8 episodes instead of 10. Definitely should have ended with the gullet and the aftermath of the gullet.
Well, I mean, we had Rook's Rest, and I feel like a lot of these shows want to drag things out as much as they can so that they can have more seasons, because I don't really know. How does HBO make money? I guess the subscriptions, and people subscribe just to watch this show.
Yeah.
But the more seasons that they have, the more successful or more monetarily beneficial the show is. I don't know.
Yeah. It just felt very like, all right.
Well, they're definitely talking about the Battle of the Gullet being the next big one. I think that's going to be the only big one of this season. Or maybe not, because they got to start with it, right?
It's big. They're starting with it, and it's big. So we'll see.
Well, it definitely got me excited for the season. So,
yeah,
I'm going to get into all the characters, and then, you know, if things come up that we're going to talk about later, that's okay. Anyway, let's start with the greens. You know, Team Green, that's your team. I'm Team Black.
Yeah.
I don't think things are going too well for the Greens right now, to be honest. They still have the biggest dragon, but Aemond was so like it blindsided him when he saw Vermithor and the other one. When they had like one decent dragon at Dragonstone, and now all of a sudden there's 3.
Yeah. Yep. So that definitely took him by surprise. He definitely wasn't happy about it.
And it really turned the tides for the Blacks. Now the Greens are not the most powerful.
Right. Because Helena is not riding her dragon at this point. So
I mean,
Daemon.
I was rewatching, and there was a line where Rhaenyra said, Helena doesn't ride. She has no taste for it.
Yeah.
And I was doing a lot of research online thanks Google Chat GPT, and it said Helena does ride, but for pleasure. But we've never seen her ride. Like even in the Dragon Pit scene in season 1, I don't think that she was there. Like even Aemond was there, and he didn't have a dragon yet, but he was still there for dragon riding training, and I don't think Helena was even there.
No. Yeah, she wasn't in that scene.
Okay, so Aegon, King Aegon, and Laris were riding in a chicken coop, a mobile chicken coop, to we don't even know where.
Right.
At the end of the season, that was part of the little edit that I was talking about. I think it's a smart move. You know, I was rewatching it, and Laris did throw his vote towards Aemond as the person to take over.
Yeah.
When Aegon was, you know, compromised. But yet he's now putting all of his eggs, he's backing Aegon now.
Right. Let's get out of here. Let's let them fight it out, and we'll come back.
I almost wonder if it's like he was like, because he was trying to get into Aemon's good graces, and like when they all went to the table after Aegon was burned, and Alicent was like, I have the most experience. And everybody's like, no, Aemon's the heir, and he's got the biggest dragon, and he's got a penis. Like, he's definitely taking over as Prince Regent. And even Laris and Cole put their weight behind Aemond.
Yeah.
And I feel like there were probably like points where like Laris was like trying to like snake his way in with Aemond, and Aemond's like not having it. So I wonder if it was because he feels like he can manipulate Aegon better, or more so because now that the other dragons are in play, he's like, okay, you know what? This recuperating Aegon thing is not working. And now that we're on the losing side, let's just leave, let them all burn each other, and then come back triumphantly. It's got to be that.
Right. What else are they going to do? Aegon's dragon isn't alive, around. He's burnt. He can barely move. He's on Milk of the Poppy all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, Laris is just making the best decision for him. He's very Littlefinger coded.
Yes. Every time like I'm rewatching, I'm like, oh, this is the Littlefinger of this show for sure.
Yeah. That's cool. I haven't thought of that before.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alicent and Helena. At the end of season 2, Alicent had just gone to see Rhaenyra, right?
Let me roll my eyes. How much I hate that. But yeah, go on.
Oh, why? Was it different than the books? It seemed weird to me, too.
It doesn't happen. Like, that's not... We're going to open the gates for you, and that's not a thing. It aggravates me so much. Like, some of the changes that they've made, that being one of them, they got rid of an entire character that isn't a big character per se, but, like, their storyline is massively implicating for another character's storyline, and they just completely cut them out. And it's very frustrating. And I'm just going in trying to hope.
I saw something in my research that said that let's see. Which one's the one that's at the Eyrie right now looking for the sheep stealer?
So the one looking for sheep stealer is Rhaena. But
so I saw something online that said that she was actually, her storyline was
merged,
combined with another character.
Yeah, it's Nettles and Rhaena is merged into one character.
So does that have to do with what you were just saying about Alicent joining?
No.
No. Okay. Cool.
No, but Alicent never goes to Rhaenyra and says any of that. Like that's not a conversation. So.
Well, I also, in listening to the Game of Thrones official podcast, somebody was saying that like they really ramped up the Alicent character and the Alicent and Rhaenyra story.
Yeah, that wasn't
like it was a story about like this team versus that team. Rhaenyra was queen, and like Alicent was more of like a secondary character. So somebody who was putting this together was like, let's make a lesbian coded, like a love affair. That's like a will they, won't they?
Yeah. And also Allison was like in the beginning, she's like, oh, we can't just kill Rhaenyra, da da da. Like that wasn't it either. She was very much the villain, very much like, no, fuck that. Sorry, we have to kill Rhaenyra. She's got to be done. We gotta, she was much more the villain, and I feel like maybe they didn't want to go that route because we just had Cersei, female villain. Maybe they didn't want to like do that again. But she was at no point was she like, oh no, we can't kill her. And she was very like, we have to kill
Well,
her.
I
Or she's
think
gonna come
also
and kill
they
the
wanted
kids. And
they must
all
have
that.
wanted to make her more likable, and if she's a
Mhm.
villain from the start, then she can't be as likable.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, Cersei was a villain from the start, and everybody came around to her. I mean, we all loved her, even though we hated it. We love to hate her.
Loved to hate her. Bruce.
Allison, she just annoys me at this point.
Yeah.
You know what it's kind of like? Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Of course.
So didn't people like hate the wife of Walter White character?
Yeah.
What was her name?
Oh my god, what was her name?
It was a weird name. And
Skylar.
Scott, thank you. And people online just like hated her. They're like, oh my god, she's such a bitch. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, she's just doing what she has to do. But it was like as if like her presence was annoying.
It was. Her husband's selling meth, but like she was the worst.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Like, why is she not being grateful? It's like, dude, she's just trying to live her life and
Right.
not be married to a meth like mob lord. But
Psycho.
I feel like Allison's gonna start getting that way. I mean, I know that there are people who are I feel like everybody's team black, no offense. It's
Right.
like who you're rooting for, Jon Snow or Cersei? Like I know obviously you
Right.
love Cersei, but who were you rooting for real?
Right. I just didn't want Cersei to die the way she died. But I was, not rooting for
Well,
Daenerys, definitely rooting for Jon Snow. I'm also not
Whenever
really
somebody
team green. It's just
Mhm.
said I'm also not really team green. This is,
It's just a good costume. Yeah, you gotta pick what's right. You gotta stick
I
with
gotta
your
be the
character.
villain. I gotta be the
You
villain. But
gotta stick with your character.
in real life, I am team black. Don't tell.
Okay, so Alicent and Helena are in King's Landing plotting their escape. I mean, I think Helena will do whatever her mom tells her to do. Like, I think Helena's more apt to do what her mom tells her to do than what Aemon tells her to do.
Right. Yeah.
She's not going to be like, no, I won't abandon my city and my people. She'll be like, oh, I can get out of here? Yeah, let's do that.
Right. Yeah. She's
And at
talking to her
the
little bug friends and being weird. Doing what she does.
So that's the thing. Her predictions, I always just kind of thought it was like visions and bibble babble, but again, because I was listening to the podcast, they really talk about how all of her things came true, like the rats and something about the wooden throne, one king. All that has been pretty accurate when you look back at it.
Yeah, she said before Rhaenys came up, she said, "Beware the beast under the boards," and then that happened. Rhaenys came up with the dragon.
You mean what do you mean she came up?
Like when she came in when they were crowning Aegon, and Rhaenys
Oh,
came in
the
on the
beast under
dragon.
the boards. Okay.
Yep, that's what that was. Yep.
Okay.
Interesting lady.
Kristen
Stop.
Cole and Gawain Hightower, who was such I can't think of the word for him. I want to say simp, but I feel like I use that word too much. Gawain. He's like, oh, we're gonna go hang out at a fancy hotel while you guys just like sleep on the ground. Like sleeping on the ground, ew. Like he thinks that like going to war is just this like glamorous, luxurious situation. And then it's like, oh, good showing, Sir Kristen. And then like he's like, it reminds me of Dickon. It's like, I didn't know there was gonna be so much shit.
Dickon, Charlie.
Okay. So yeah,
My
they're
dragon's
marching.
getting restless over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was thinking about telling you to take her out before when you said you were gonna take her out soon. If you have to, we can pause.
No, she's fine. She's in the crate for now.
Hi, Zach. Yeah, so Kristen and Gawain are marching to war. I can't remember. I think the last thing we saw with them was when Cole was like sniffing his sister, Gawain's sister's scarf. So they're not going to come back to King's Landing. They did Rick's Rest. They're on their way to Harrenhal. That's what it is, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Aemond is watching the throne. He can come and go to where the battle sites are as he pleases. I kind of
Mhm.
wonder how long it takes them to get places. Like,
Yeah.
it takes a raven so long to go from, let's say, Rook's Rest to King's Landing. So it'll probably take him like maybe a tenth of the time it takes a raven to get there, maybe even less. But
Yeah.
still, like, it's not like he's not teleporting,
Right. They're still flying a dragon.
and he can't get any messages while he's on the dragon. Like if somebody's like, "Oh no, actually we need to go here now."
Right.
I just saw my screen completely black out. Are we still alive?
I think so. Looks
Okay,
like we're
cool.
good. No one's
Okay.
having any issues over there, right? In the
Hmm.
comments. Let me know.
Let us know. Maybe we're only on Instagram. I don't know. That's the only way I'm going to be able to edit this shit, though, if it's recorded properly.
Yep. Mikey says we're good.
Okay, you know what it is? It's I think my computer that's okay, cool. Anyway, we're back. All right, so Aemond is watching the throne. He's a little bastard, but God, do I love him.
I know. I just love his face. Serving face.
He's not the
whole time.
jawline. We have to come up with a name for him. I mean,
Ooh.
the eye patch. That's not really. He deserves better than that. We'll work on that. What I learned since the end of season 2, like recently, he was in The Last Kingdom, which is a Viking story.
Mm.
It's a good show. It's on Netflix. I always say it was Netflix's response to the History Channel's Vikings.
Okay.
And he played a nerdy little, not a nerdy, but like just like a scrawny little monk who didn't know how to fight, but wanted to support his father, who he was actually a bastard.
Okay.
And when I saw I saw like a real like showing that they were the same person, I was like, oh my God, what a glow up. And it's really him the whole time, but in that scene, in that show, he plays like a like, oh, I guess if it could help, I will. I don't know. Well, like just like kind of like a
That's interesting because that's not him in this show.
oh my God, he is. If I could have sex with any character in this show, it might be him. Except when I saw him in the brothel, I'm going to just hope he was a grower, not a shower.
Yeah. I forgot about
Brave of that actor.
They did show that. I remember seeing like the interviews 2 seasons ago saying that he like watched that scene, I think like with his mother or something, and he was like, oh, oh no.
I mean, but honestly, at least if I was watching that with my mother, if I was a guy, if it was just like my little weenie, like she's cleaned that all my childhood, like that's okay. It's if it was like swinging that I would be like, sorry, mom. So, it was definitely not swinging. No offense, Aemond.
Yeah.
But he's tall. I'm sure. You know what? It's probably a pencil.
Could be.
But anyway, I digress. Moving on. Otto. Otto is in Lord Varys's shipping box.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Same way
I
that
thought that was
like
very clever.
Tyrion defected out.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
Well, because like he brought the guy, the sorcerer in that box.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like where he looked like he was. He was like, I know you probably know who has him because you've read it. I have no idea. I have no idea. I would have to look at the geography between King's Landing and Hightower or Old Town to try to think of who might have intercepted him.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly. I'm in the middle right now of actually rereading this part where we are so I can refamiliarize with where we are in the story, and I'm not up to that yet.
I have no idea where he is.
Mentioned him. Where I'm up to.
Okay. Tywin Lannister and Admiral Lohar. Let me tell you how much I love
Mhm.
this duo,
Yeah.
this storyline, this subplot. Um, tell me about how this character was in the books, because when they're talking about them, like when he's first there talking to all the Taroshi captains
Mhm.
and or Pentoshi, whatever. And they're go, okay, well, we're gonna have to get the go ahead from our admiral. Like it's all like he's the one that makes the calls. And they said he's the one that makes the calls.
Right.
But this is quite clearly a female.
Right. Well, in the book, it is a male. They just changed it for the show to make it a female, make them a female. But they do still refer to him as her as a male, I guess, just to show that she's
Yeah.
the admiral, she's the one in charge.
Yeah.
And traditionally, being the admiral's a masculine role, so I guess they just kept
I mean,
male pronouns.
anybody being in charge of any sort of commanding fleet, or it's like the whole nobody's used to a female at the helm of anything.
Right.
So yeah.
What I didn't realize is that this actress is a trans female actress. I didn't realize that. And I remember seeing pictures from the red carpet in London, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, and she looked stunning. She had on this like red dress with like armor and like looked awesome, looked absolutely stunning. And I didn't realize
I
it
think I
until-
saw that too. She had like the
Yep.
plate. It
Yep.
was almost like the Cersei plate, like you have the
Yeah.
cosplay of.
Yep. And I didn't
Right?
realize, like, who is this? I forgot about that whole episode actually. And when I went back, I was like, oh, that's who that was. Yeah, but didn't realize that they are trans female. Good for them. Good on HBO.
So that means, okay, I'm not going to even ask that question.
Male to female. They were born a male and now they are a female.
No, that face is 100% a female face to me.
Yeah, she's a female.
I like how she's like, they are like, so wait, no, we have a trans character basically.
I don't know, because she's not trans on the show, just the actress is trans.
But they call them a he.
Well, yeah, because it's a traditionally male role of an admiral. So I guess they're just giving her the respect of the male. It's a patriarchal society. And they're just giving her. And I wonder if that's going to have it come into play with the way that like Rhaenyra, they don't like Rhaenyra was, named heir, but nobody really wants the female to be the heir. You know what I mean? So I wonder if
they still address her as a she. What I'm hearing is that this character identifies as a he, and the men of the Pentoshi fleet respect her pronouns.
I don't know if that's it, or if it's just that admirals are men, so they're just giving her the respect of being the admiral.
They refer to this person as a he. That's all I know.
But
I wrote down Tyland and Admiral Lohar Tyland Lannister is sailing from the Triarchy with the baddie he pulled.
Yeah.
I love how I'm just gonna say Lothar instead of saying pronouns. I'm gonna say I love how Admiral Lohar was like, I want you to bed my wives.
Yeah.
Love that.
That was very funny. I enjoyed
Imagine,
that.
you know what? I could have just a harem of women and pick the different men. Be like, I can't see them, but you can. I want to see what would come out of that. Like, oof, love it. I think Pentos would be where I would want to live.
Yeah, probably. I could see that.
So that's the Team Greens I have. Also, just like talking about their the council that's on Team Green. We've got the Maester, who obviously he supports the people of the house that he's in, because that's the job of the Maester. Like when Theon took over Winterfell, Maester Luwin had to just do what he told him to do, because that's his oath.
Yeah.
I think that Alicent certainly has a rapport with this guy that she has with no one else. Like even Laris, I don't think she trusts the way that she trusts the Maester that's on the council. The other guy, I meant to look up his name. He's got like dark hair and he just kind of showed up out of nowhere. He's the one who's like, an apology for her dead son. Okay. You know which one I'm talking about?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, okay. We don't have to talk about him because there's nothing to talk about. The other characters that I have written down for Team Green are Hobart Hightower, who was marching from Old Town with an army. In that last couple minutes of the finale of season 2, when all the different armies were going from different places, like with their banners, he was one of the people.
Right.
At the front of the army.
Darren and his dragon.
With
Which
Darren
we
and his
saw
dragon.
in one of the trailers, and I am pretty sure we saw him in one of the trailers. A little disappointed.
You were disappointed?
A little more vibrant, like a little prettier.
I have to admit, I've like seen the trailers, but I haven't like studied them. So I think we should do another episode where we talk about the trailers.
Okay. I just remember coming up. Maybe it was like the teaser, and I was like,
well, because
I was expecting a vibrant blue dragon, and that's not what it is. So
I can't remember what part it was of season 2, but there was a part where I think it was when Gawain arrived and Allison was chatting with him, and she's like, or maybe it was when Otto was leaving, and she just told somebody, she's like, tell my son to write me more. And they said he was 10 and 6. 6 and 10. So that means he's 16. So by now he's got to be like 17, 18. His dragon's still going to be small.
Yeah.
And he's going to be more well bonded with his uncle Hobart than anybody else.
Right. Because he's been there like this whole time. Like we've never even seen Darren at all. Like even as a baby, we have never seen him.
Yeah, that's weird. When did he even?
Somewhere in that time jump.
Well, because even when we were at the last dinner with before Viserys died, like we still never saw him.
Yeah, I think he was already gone. He was already.
Right. And then Jason Lannister, who is marching from the Golden Tooth with an army. Well, he showed up at the Golden Tooth, and I got more to talk about it with him later. But those are the players of the Greens.
Yes.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. I was just looking at how long we've been here.
Yeah. I have one person on my end.
Hi.
Hi, it's Mikey. Red had jumped in for a little bit, but I guess he left. Red jumped in for a minute.
Oh, Red? Oh my gosh.
Red. He's gone.
Hey.
He's already gone.
That's okay. I don't expect anybody to really hang. Again, when I feel like the little clips that I make are a little more watchable. I mean, when people are obsessed with us, then yeah, they'll watch the full clips, but not everybody's obsessed with us. Shout out Mikey Moose.
Shout out. Oh, someone else. And Jen. Jen's also here.
My girl. See,
hey, Jen.
Jen's our homegirl.
I can't believe you're going to miss it on Sunday. I'm upset with you, but I understand.
What?
She said she's going somewhere on Sunday and is going to miss it. I lost it in the chat. Shoot. Yeah.
Let me tell you where I am watching the premiere. The Dragon Solstice at, I think it's Pier 17 on the rooftop. I should look it up so I can tell you exactly. Hold on.
311 played at the Pier 17 rooftop last summer.
Yeah, I was fucking there.
I did not go. Point Break. She's going to Point Break Fest. That's where she's going to be.
Well, that's a good place to be, honey. Dragon Solstice party.
I can't watch the show at a watch party. I need to be like on my couch, focused, subtitles on. Everybody needs to shut the fuck up.
Honestly,
I can't have that.
I enjoy rewatching so much that like I can enjoy my first watch at like a party and then like rewatch it like that night or the next day and still enjoy it. There is something about the collective joy of watching these shows together that is just unreplaceable. And I feel like it's got to be the same adrenaline that people who are into sports get.
Yeah. Well, I used to watch back when Game of Thrones was on, I was watching with Christine and Elizabeth and my brother-in-law, and like we would each take turns hosting, and we'd cook a whole meal that was very like on brand, on theme. But we were all very the same way, like shut the fuck up, don't talk.
Yes. And
focused.
there was a house that I went to a couple times for episodes that he had a great setup. We would all hang out outside the fireplace and then come inside. And like, there was one point where like we watched the premiere of season 8 of Game of Thrones, the final season 8. And I just remember Daenerys and Jon Snow were walking up to Winterfell, and they started playing what I thought was the Baratheon theme, but it was just like the royalty theme. I can't remember what the name of the song is called, but it was the first song that played when Baratheon showed up at Winterfell in season 1 of Game of Thrones. Ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
And that was playing while she was on the King's Road to Winterfell, and I got so excited, and I turned to the person next to me, and I was like, they're playing the Baratheon theme, and they go, so at a house viewing party, yes. At a bar viewing party, it's people might be like shh at each other, but like when like something exciting happens, we cheer. I remember like the first time, because there was this place in the Village in New York that always would host a party, and I'd go in full costume and stuff. And we would like cheer when a certain character came on stage. It was really cool. So I'm looking forward to it. But let me tell you about the party, so I can like post a clip of this and maybe they'll share it. Well,
but it's like
when
I go to Drag
signed
Race
up for it, it was
watch party
free.
on Friday, and half the time I don't know what's going on because it's so loud and everyone's talking, and it's hosted by one of the queens from the season. I love it.
Tell
and
me
I
more.
wouldn't trade in my Drag Race. I wouldn't trade my Drag Race watch parties for anything, but there are times where I have to go home and rewatch it because I can't hear what's going on.
No, but the watch party's fun. So I'm going to be attending the Dragon Solstice House of the Dragon waterfront premiere screening. And the DJ is Harry Collette, who is the actor who plays Jace.
Oh,
I'm dead.
That's cool. Okay.
So I think I'm gonna wear this with oh, wait, if you can see it.
Our RX Superstar just said he's going to be at the premiere. Are you going to the one that she's talking about?
This, but without my pants.
Okay.
Let me
try to see if RX is going to the same one.
Tell me. I don't know who that is, but I definitely need friends there.
Are you going to the one at Pier 17?
The Dragons. Is it at Pier 17? Let me look.
I thought that's what you just said.
Well, that is what I said, but I'm not certain.
Find her. Okay. Yes, he's going.
Yeah. The rooftop. Oh my God, really? Okay, yeah. DM me right now, Princess Marquette. So yeah, we're gonna be attending the HBO Max presents Dragon Solstice at Pier 17. Harry Collette is gonna be DJing. It's gonna be the event of the season, and your girl's gonna be in full Targaryen costume. So I'll see you at the party. I just wanted to say that. Anyway, okay, back to what we're talking about. We're on page 2 of Christine's notes. Now we're going to talk about the Blacks, Team Black, and where they were at the end of season 2. Can I get a cheers to Team Black?
This wine is so good, and I drank almost the whole bottle, and I feel nothing. I got it at Pirate Fest. It's a chocolate wine.
A chocolate one? I could never.
I ordered it at Pirate Fest, and it's actually really good.
I need to hear more about Pirate Fest later.
It was a good time. Not New York Ren Fair. It's still not even close, but
I'm going to close my window because I'm cold and the radiator started.
Why are there no HBO Game of Thrones events in fucking Las Vegas?
Yeah, well, you know what? I will tell you, season 2 premiere, I was like not even going to go into the city because I had nowhere to watch it, and there was no premiere parties, which really kind of pissed me off because there were premiere parties for Game of Thrones. There were watch parties for Game of Thrones all over the place. So how could this show not have it? And it really kind of was like a bummer. And then I decided at the last second to call an Uber to go to some bar that was having a party, and I showed up, or it was having a viewing, right? I showed up and there was like 10 tables, like
Mm.
just like small 2-person tables. It was like a tiny ass little bar. And I was like, and I decided to go at the last minute. So I took an Uber from mid Jersey. It
Mm.
was a $200 Uber. I still got there late. Like I missed everything. I showed up like while Blood and Cheese was happening.
Oh, geez.
And it was not even a big place where like people hung out after. Everybody just left after. It was a real letdown. So this is a real lovely change for
Blood
me.
and cheese. Blood and cheese, a major plot point that they fucked up. But again, I digress.
I know.
Really fucked
And
it up. Like it was bad, but they fucked it up really bad.
a lot of people say that. They're like,
this isn't my story anymore. George has already said like, not my story. He's upset. I digress. I'll be quiet.
No, I think that they literally he was like involved at first, and then like they kind of started to like have some disagreements, and they kind of like took him out of the writing process, which is like really not cool.
Agreed.
But yeah, I kind of like realized I looked into when the House of the Dragon premiere was going to be in New York City. I've never tried to attend a premiere. I tried to attend the Two Towers Lord of the Rings premiere when I was 14, but I accidentally, because back then like we didn't have Google, we only had like I don't know, it's just some random forum that I found somebody saying that the premiere party was going to be at the New York Public Library. And I thought that meant that's where the premiere was going to be. No, it was the premiere party. So I showed up at like 5 p.m. for a premiere that was supposed to be at 8. And turns out I was in the wrong place. And I just stood there in the snow because there was a blizzard until 11 o'clock at night after the 3-hour movie was over. And the celebrities started showing up. And I did get some signatures, which is like the beginning of like my map. But that was, I mean, for 14-year-old me to go into school or go into the city during a blizzard when school was only a half day because of how bad the snow was pretty epic.
Yeah.
But what I mean is I tried to attend a premiere that night and I didn't. And I don't know how people get in to like where the barricades are, you know? Like I feel like you would have to be like invited just to be on the inside of like to be along the red carpet where the celebrities might sign your shit.
Yeah.
But it would still be exciting. Anyway. Lucy, how are you? It's really nice to have one dedicated fan because if you weren't here, I don't know if I mean I would still want to be doing it, but it's really nice to know you're here. So shout out to Lucy.
I'm also surprised. I mean, we didn't really give him the heads up. I forgot to text him or let him know. I didn't think of it. But normally Raul jumps in. Normally Raul has a lot of like good insight and knows what we're talking about. So I gotta remember to remind him that we're doing this again because Raul's not in here. Raul, I think I'm frozen. Uh-oh, I broke it. Hello, we're broken. Hello. Okay, I don't know what happened to Marquette, but she's frozen. This might be a good time to take my dog out while I see if she comes back to life. Like this, I'm gonna go walk the dog. Oh, and she's gone. All right, sorry. You're all stuck with me. Are you all excited for Sunday? Are any of you all book readers that are watching? In the comments. Yeah, Raul definitely had a lot of good things to add. And to
Hey
say, so I'm
guys.
glad. Oh, there you go. Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened to you?
My phone died.
My laptop was dying and I just plugged it back in. So I might go let my dog pee real quick because she's being kind of a brat. I'm gonna go like this. So hope the neighbors don't see me. I'll be right back. Stand by. I'll be back. No, you don't need that. Put it down. I gotta go walk the dragon. The dragon has to go out. I know. What the fuck? Come on. Come on. Stand by. Come here. Serena. Oh. Come on. No.
Hey guys, sorry about that. All right, let's see. Boop, boop, doop, boop, 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 doop, boop, 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 boop. Just for anybody who's a little tech inclined, what's going on here is I'm doing the stream service from my computer. It's called StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard. And I can stream to multiple places. Not that I think anybody's actually watching on any of them. But this is my shitty computer camera, but I've now plugged in my phone, which you can also see right here. Say hi to the plants. Anybody want to talk about gardening, hit me up. So we're plugged in and we're going to get going again in a minute. But in the meantime, what do you guys want to talk about?
I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, I'm not back. My phone died. And you know what? I had the extension cord run to do this, but you know, we're not type A, so we don't necessarily do things the way we should.
I just went outside, and speaking of plants, realized that I have a hibiscus tree out on my patio, and I haven't watered it in a couple of days, and I am living in a desert, and it's 105 degrees.
You want to do it right now?
I need to water her. It's all right. I mean, it's already, what time is it? 9? It's midnight on the East Coast. I feel like we need to.
I take my plants very seriously, and my nephew has taken a liking. I encouraged him to help me last year. Like I would like give him like seeds and stuff and like have him put it in the hole. And he loves to watch my dad in the yard. And so I got him a wheelbarrow and tools for his birthday. And now he'll just be outside like when I'm not there, just digging with the shovel in the garden. And I'll come out and be like, Charlie, I put cilantro seeds there, but I love you. And it's so cute that it's okay. But now I'm putting like actual plants in there. And I'm like, bro. Anyway, how's work?
Work. I have nothing to say.
Huh?
Me?
Yeah, how's work? I mean, I'm still working on getting myself back up. Sorry.
Okay. Works. Work.
You
know what I love? I don't know what made me think about this, taking the dog out. Ooh, I want to show everyone something really, really exciting that I got.
Please.
Gifted this month. I got this as a gift. And I have to show it off. I don't know how to turn my camera.
I'm so jealous.
Oh my God.
He should be a part of this live stream. He should be like hanging out with us.
He lives in Tennessee and he's got shit going on. So
fine.
I saw this sword at a Game of Thrones convention in Nashville back in 2019. I was obsessed with it. I've wanted it ever since. If you'll recognize this beautiful shield, it is Dunk's shield that he created. The guy who made the sword had a conversation with George, and they decided that this should be the shield for it to hold it up, because Oathkeeper is given by Jaime Lannister to Brienne of Tarth, who is related to Dunk. So that's the shield that they decided to use. But look at this beautiful red. I don't know if you can see it. Is it coming up?
Yeah, it looks a little orange. It looks like a sunset to me.
It's black and red. So they did not make it black and red in the show, but in the book it was described as black and red.
So it's Oathkeeper on top of Dunk's shield. Is that right?
Yeah, Oathkeeper on top. It's so fucking heavy. It's so big.
Fucking amazing.
And just see if I can get a better picture. Oh, is that better? Can you see it better now in the light?
I can see the red. Yeah. Oh my God. It's in like the Wait. So what? Like, how does he make them?
I don't know the answer to that. I just know that he told me he's not the like retailer. Like this is his business. Like he has created the swords and I guess has them made or whatever. Because when we were there at the convention, I just assumed he was just selling the sword for another company, but it's his company that makes the sword.
He said he lives in a castle.
That's what he told me. He said he lived in a castle. I don't know. All right, sir.
Can I have him?
Like, I will come visit you in your castle. So I have that sword, and I'm really glad that I got to just show that off because I have wanted that sword since 2019, and it is absolutely beautiful. And that was the only place I could hang it. It's right outside my bathroom. So someone ever tries to come kill me, I don't believe in guns. I have a sword. What is that sound? What? Oh, okay, goodbye.
It's the reverb, but it's gone now.
Right? It's so super cool.
That is the
It is the coolest sword. I've been in love with it, and
And
I've
you know
wanted
what?
it.
It's just a testament to how cool of a person you are that like somebody's going to be like, you know what?
I'm just gonna send it to you.
You want this, and I want you to have it. Like,
Mhm,
boom.
mhm. They
Teach
moved
me
on.
your
They're
ways.
making like super expensive jewelry now for Lord of the Rings, like earrings that are like thousands of dollars. I think this sword probably just wasn't selling very well and just decided. Excuse you.
Oh,
thank
well, I mean, sure, but
Yeah.
hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I was down for a minute, but I'm back,
I
bitches.
also have this one.
And
Recognize
tell me
it, Miss Nerd. You recognize it? You should.
which sword is that?
Arwen's sword.
Oh,
Glamdring. No, not Glamdring. I have that one too. It's in the other room.
you know what I
Not a-
love about your place is how you really decorate your walls. You guys, she's got at least like 30 different signed photographs with celebrities. I started my own version of Jacqueline's wall, and I've got 2 photo ops from celebrities, 1 photo of me and my mom with Alan Cumming, and some pictures of me and my friends that
Stop. Dragon's misbehaving. Stop. Yeah, I feel bad because I have a roommate now, and his whole bedroom is covered in pictures of me with celebrities. Sorry, Zach. This is where you live. Sorry. I can't hear you. You have no sound. You have no sound. Yeah, really. Serena. Yeah, I don't have no sound. You still have no sound. You're just muted. Just unmute yourself. Just push the button. Push the microphone. There we go.
thank
Talk.
you.
Welcome.
What would I do without you?
Stop.
You know, I have no skills when it comes to costumes, and this outfit is a testament to that. It only looks good as long as I don't move.
Right. Well, we could move along.
Yes.
It's almost 1 a.m, East Coast
I'm
time.
sorry.
Right.
It's
I'm 9:30
okay.
here. I'm chilling, but I
No.
know everyone else that's watching is not chilling.
Okay. All right. So on to the blacks.
The
Am I
blacks.
centered? So at the end of
No,
the season,
they're
we
not
saw Damon and Rhaenyra just had a bunch of bent knees confirming their land army of Riverlanders at Harrenhal. I love that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me again at your peril. Their relationship, it's almost like the only time that we saw them really being intimate with each other was the first time on Driftmark. But I know that there's a devotion there, and I don't think it's just because he like lusted after her because she was a little kid and whatever. She was clever, so he thought she was cute, and then realized that like he could get the throne if the two of them made an alliance. She's the one who really approached him. I think they've got a real relationship there, but just like Miss Arya said, like it's not his way. He's just leaves sometimes, but he's not abandoning you.
Right.
Next we have Jacaerys and Baela. I'm like kind of grouping people when they're like a place together. So they're just getting ready for battle at Dragonstone. And it feels like Rhaenyra is more apt to send out Baela for certain tasks and battles because Jace is the heir, and just like her council wants to protect her, she wants to protect Jace.
Right, of course.
But now she has 3 new dragons and riders, which we'll get to in a second. Speaking of Missaria, she's just chilling at Dragonstone scheming. And I'm wondering, could she be a double agent? Is she manipulating Rhaenyra or the other way around?
I mean, this is another dynamic that's kind of different. Like there was no making out of the two of them in the book. I don't know. I don't know what they're
But
doing.
she is a
with that.
character in the books.
She is a character in the book. She's known as the White Worm, but like, I don't know. She wasn't like making out with Rhaenyra.
So in both cases, the relationship between Rhaenyra and Missaria, and the relationship between Rhaenyra and Alicent. Again, Rhaenyra and Alicent never did hook up. They just hold hands and stare into each other's eyes. But all of us were shipping them in the beginning when they were young people. Yeah,
it's interesting.
I dig it. Corlys and Alan are getting ready for the Battle of the Gullet. I really loved the scene between them at the end of season 2, where he's like, I was shivering in the cold and selling fish from dawn till dusk while your son was covered in furs selecting sweet treats.
Right.
Like it was so nice. He was so direct and it was so necessary.
Right.
And then in the next episode, he's like, Corlys is like, hey, your brothers are dragon rider. Do you want to be one now too? Like, because that's like what he needed for his queen at that moment. Right. And he goes, I'm of sea and salt. And that was a callback to when Corlys was talking to Baela and said, I want you to be my heir. And she goes, I'm not sea and salt. I'm fire and blood.
Right.
So I think this is a real, what's the word when we're talking about what's going to happen in the future?
Foreshadowing.
Okay. I think this is real foreshadowing to Alan. I'm going to say that again. I think this is a real foreshadowing to Alan eventually becoming Corlys's official heir.
Right. And it's interesting, a little tidbit. In the book, when they start talking about, so I know you mentioned this in your notes a little further down, but I was going to jump into it right now while we're talking about it. The dragon seeds. So they obviously need more dragon riders, and there's clearly a lot of Targaryen bastards that are out there. There was a whole thing about the first night, which I don't think they ever got into in the show, but essentially when like a king gets married, he has the right to, or like when a woman is getting married, the king has the right to just like have sex with her before her husband.
That's in Braveheart. In Braveheart, the movie, that was like the whole deal. Like the guy was like, oh, well, this is my right. The king. Yeah, I hear you.
So they,
which is a disgusting.
Right. And tradition. They outlawed it years ago. I don't remember exactly which Targaryen sister did it, but one of Aegon's wives outlawed it outright. But it was something that was still kind of happening, like down low. So there's clearly millions of Targaryen just like bastards. So the dragon seeds is them trying to find Targaryen bastards that could become dragon riders. So that's what this is. So in the book, Alan and Adam Hull, it kind of went back and forth. Because, again, the book was written by, like, 3 different maesters' perspectives and a fool named Mushroom, who they never even put into the story, which is really upsetting because he had the most, like, raunchy, ridiculous versions of everything. And, like, it was so entertaining. And they don't even include Mushroom as a thing.
Well, hold on. That's making me think of in Game of Thrones, there was a fool at Dragonstone again who was the best friend of little girl Baratheon who got burnt. I loved his character in the book.
Yeah.
And he also made like predictions and stuff.
Yeah. So they kind of just it sucks because he had like, according to Mushroom's account, but that was a little crazy, so we're not going to believe it. But so the thing is that it was like these bastards were supposedly oh my God, I can't even think of his name right now at this moment.
Okay, that's what the wine. That's what
Rhaenyra's husband, the first husband, the gay one. He was gay, and so it was like, but everyone knew he wasn't really into women.
Laenor,
so, right? It doesn't really make sense that they were Laenor's kids because he didn't like women. It's more likely that they were actually
Carwin.
Corlys is bastards. So I like that we're kind of going with that. It's just they're not even bringing up the fact that it could have been Laenor. So kind of cool. Just a little fun fact for you. In the book, it was like, whose bastards are they? Laenor. Corlys.
Oh, you're saying that in the book, the common people were wondering if Alan and Adam were Laenor's bastards?
Yeah. It was like, well, there was Adam and Alan of Hull, who people had said were Laenor's bastards, but everyone knew Laenor didn't like women, so it was most likely Corlys, but Corlys couldn't admit to it while Rhaenys was alive because she probably would have killed him.
Honestly, that just tells me that in the books, Adam and Alan were younger because these guys look
right
like grown men, and Laenor was, yeah. Anyway, like, I'm not even gonna get into it. Yeah, I love that scene.
Mhm.
I love how Alan is like still cold to him, and like Adam's like, oh my gosh, we could get so much out of this. Like he's asking you to be this, he's telling you to be that. Like he's basically like two steps away from inviting you to be his heir, and Alan's like, too little, too late.
Right. Yeah.
Which is such. I don't think I'm capable of that. Like, I want, as a person, I want affirmation and acceptance so badly that even if somebody's treated me poorly, I'll let them continue to treat me poorly, and I'll like do things when they give me the chance to that I shouldn't even give them the chance to. So, good on Alan. He's not a bitch.
Yeah.
Grover Tully and Simon Strong. We're still talking about Team Black. Grover Tully and Simon Strong are making preparations in the Riverlands. Grover Tully is Lord Paramount of Riverrun, and as such, the Lord of the Riverlands, which means that everybody in the Riverlands, if they follow what their Lord Paramount tells them to do, will call their banners for whatever Lord of Riverrun tells them to do. And Simon Strong is the Casterlan of Harrenhal. I love Simon Strong so much. It's hard to say like all your favorite characters. It's like, you know, when it came to Game of Thrones, like I loved Arya, I loved Brienne of Tarth, but Bronn, man, he was silly. He was a comedic relief, 100%. And I just loved his character. Like if I were to choose who to have a beer with, and maybe a little more, it would be Bronn. Simon Strong, a beer with, not the rest, but he's so funny. One of my favorite, I think I would say my entirely favorite line delivery of season 2 of House the Dragon. And I've been watching this on repeat the entire series for the last 2 weeks, so it's a little more prevalent in my mind than most people's. But when Grover Tully brings all of his bannermen, commanders, when he's now in charge, and Daemon's expecting them to bend the knee to him, but Grover Tully wants to assert his dominance. And he's like, okay, we'll do this as long as you bring justice to this guy. And they're all like, okay, what does he mean? What does he mean? And then he's like, you need to kill him. And the camera goes to Simon Strong and he goes, oh dear. It was hilarious. Like, I know you probably don't even know what I'm talking about because it's just a little moment, but this actor's delivery, he is he's a theater actor, which I vibe with, and he's just hilarious. I don't know what he's been in. I don't know if he'll ever be in anything again, but I love this guy. Grover Tully. Do we think he's truly loyal to Team Black?
Yes. And I'm trying to remember because he looks a lot like Grover Tully looks a lot like the kid who, when Rhaenyra was going around trying to like find a suitor, There was like the little boy who like cut the guy in half.
Interesting that you say that. When they were at Storm's End and she was kind of hosting she was on her marriage tour, right?
Yes.
But
that kid though does come in and play a bigger picture, but it looks a lot like the guy who's doing Grover Tully. So I don't know if they've merged characters again because that guy,
they did
that
not,
little
because
kid,
remember
comes in
when that happened, the scene that you're talking about when she was on her marriage tour,
Mhm.
that was still when she was the young actor. That was before Jace was born. So
Right.
that was 21 years ago, 20 years
Yeah.
ago. Okay.
Yeah.
And I did not know this, and maybe because of what you just said, you do not know this either. In that scene I was just talking about, where Grover Tully kind of forced Damon to execute I'm going to say Blackwood. I don't know if it was either Blackwood or Bracken. I'm going to say Blackwood.
Mhm.
The Blackwood who Damon recruited to do all of those malicious things to the Brackens. Like, remember, there was a Bracken who he's like, if you don't go on my side, I'm going to burn you. And he's like, well, then fuck you, burn me.
Right.
Because the Brackens had declared for the Greens.
Mhm.
And I might be getting this back and forth like other ways, but this is how I'm saying it. So I'm going to say the Blackwoods were the ones that went with the Blacks, and the Brackens were the one that went with the Greens, but these are still part of the Riverlands. So they should all be listening to what their liege lord says, which Tully is saying is this. Anyway, the Blackwoods, in order to get the Brackens to heal,
Mhm.
Damon told them to just kind of like burn some shit. But the Blackwood guy, being vindictive about their constant fighting with the Blackwoods, took it further. They raped people, they killed children, like they committed war crimes. So that's why Grover Tully was like, we honor the old ways, and yes, that means that whatever our liege lord says we're gonna go with, and our family, my father who just died, or my grandfather who just died, pledged to Viserys that Rhaenyra was the heir. So we're going to stick to that because we follow the old ways. But the old ways also say that you need to kill this motherfucker who just committed war crimes. The guy that they killed, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'll pull up a picture.
I'm just, go ahead.
He is the same character that killed a Bracken during her marriage tour.
Right. Yes. So that is Willem Blackwood, or Samwell Blackwood, is the one who kills the Bracken during the house tour, and his son, Bloody Ben, becomes very important to the story later on.
He's not the one that got killed?
I'm talking about the kid who killed the Bracken
during the marriage tour. That's the same son, in the show. Yeah. In the show, that's the same character that just got killed by Damon when Oscar Tully made him kill him, or Grover Tully. Is it Oscar? It's Oscar. It's Grover.
Well, fun fact: if you have noticed that there's like a Grover, an Oscar, like they're all Muppets from Sesame Street. Like there's a ton of them.
So I bet Grover is going to name his kid Kermit. Oh my God, right. I did not pick up on that, Jacqueline. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of them. It's pretty funny. Like, okay, George, I guess you ran out of names. You're taking a...
Well, that is amazing. I really love that. Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
We're going to move on.
That kid's son, Ben, becomes very important to the upcoming war. Bloody Ben. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting. Yep. So the one that got killed by Damon at Grover's behest was not Ben. He's coming up. Because Ben only... okay, let's move on because we're both confused. Next, we have the Winter Wolves, a.k.a. the Stark Greybeards, are on the march from the north. I saw a couple clips of them from the trailer. They look awesome. They look fearsome. You know, I think that the Starks kind of have a little bit, just like the Northerners in general, have a little bit of like Viking vibes to them. I know that like the Greyjoys would be more closely associated with Vikings as far as like their historical relevance, but just
Yeah.
as far as like badassness and like long hair and like just like burly man, that's what the Greybeards are giving, and I freaking love it.
Right.
And as we were talking about the part of the finale, the last 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes of the finale of season 2 was all the different armies marching, and the Greybeards were part of it. So they're gonna be a main player in this season. Maybe not main, but they're gonna be a player.
Right.
Finally, we have Rhaena hunting a dragon in the Vale while her wards travel to Pentos. I'm really looking forward to her storyline in season 3. Even like the actor that they chose, like she's skinny, she's vulnerable, she's got big eyes, she just wants to be a dragon rider, and that's very similar to her mother, Lena, right?
Yeah.
Because I forgot this. The little girl in the beginning of season 1, that little girl who goes, "My mother said I won't have to bed you till I'm 15." That little girl who asked, even in that scene with King Viserys about Vhagar, "Oh, Vhagar, they said, where does he nest? Do you know? They said that she wanders free." And then, during the time jump, she claims Laenor. And then her and
Vhagar.
Daemon are together.
Laenor's her brother. Vhagar.
She claims Vhagar.
Right.
And then her and Daemon are together. So here was a woman who was so into dragons when she was younger, and then she claims the biggest dragon that there is. And here's her daughter who just like she had that conversation with her by the fireplace. She's like, "I didn't claim Vhagar till I was 15."
Right.
And here this girl is out there trying to claim her dragon. I just love it.
Right. And like I said, they're combining her character with another character, so I'm curious how that's all gonna play out.
That's very similar to
what they did in Game of Thrones. They combined characters all over the place, and it's
specifically, I'm thinking of a bastard, the Baratheon bastard, Gendry. And then there was a character that was on Dragons, that was at Storm's End, that his character was combined with something. What do you call a Storm's End bastard? It's not Rivers, it's something else. Storm.
Yeah. I'm like, this is where we need friggin' what's his face?
Zach.
No. Zach doesn't know.
Who was your fact checker? Jeremy.
Raul. Definitely
I
not.
never knew that. I thought it was somebody
Raul.
who was like literally like in the room, but you did say it was your laptop. Okay.
It was
Moving on.
Raul commenting.
So the wards that are traveling to Pentos are Joffrey, who is the third Storm son, Strong son.
Yep.
Aegon and Viserys.
Yeah.
Viserys. I don't think we're going to see those characters again. They're children. They're traveling to Pentos. There's no reason that they would come up any longer. So the final members I have of Team Black that we're kind of seeing where they were at the end of season 2 are, I wrote the Bastard Dragon Riders, but I then learned that their names are the Dragon Seeds. Adam of Hull, Ulf of King's Landing, and Hugh Hammer. And I'm going to skip forward a couple pages and go to my notes that I have about them, where we're talking about the existing characters and their significance. So,
ooh, we have a few new people that just joined us, and I just want to say hey. I'm pretty sure our Jon Snow from like one of the first Game of Thrones shoots just jumped in.
oh my gosh, hey. Oh,
sure.
yeah. I know him. I've got some of my favorite.
My friend
Some
Tommy.
of my favorite photos from cosplaying, specifically Ygritte, are with that motherfucker. So, hey. He had such a jawline, that one.
No, that's not who we're talking about. Talking about someone else. Not that.
You're talking about the Frenchman.
No.
The Canadian.
No, this was before I even did any of that. My sister, he did like dead Jon Snow, and my sister like held him because she did.
That's what I'm talking about.
He has a dog named Snow.
When I'm talking about my favorite photos of me at Ygritte, I'm not talking about my buddy from WinterCon, because those photos of me were terrible. I'm talking about the photos from the
That was the
The
first shoot we did. That was the first shoot we did. I don't remember what his name was.
yeah, no, I'll send you the photos. They're the best photos I've ever taken.
I know who it is. I mean, I don't remember what his name was, but it was his idea to do the whole photo shoot in the first place.
That's great. Shout out to him. Okay, so we're talking about the Dragon Riders. My questions are, will they remain loyal? We have Adam of Hull. I think
Mhm.
he's the most trusted so far. When Rhaenyra decided that she wanted to go to Harrenhal to answer the Sir Simon Strong, the Casterlan of Harrenhal's letter about, oh, I'm not really sure what Daemon's intentions are.
Uh-huh.
She, you know, again, she doesn't want to bring Jacaerys because she doesn't want to risk him. And maybe instead of choosing to bring Lena, she wanted to kind of test one of these guys, but she's like, Adam, get ready to ride. He's known to Corlys. He's well behaved. Remember that one scene where like they're all around the table? And the one's like, bring me more of these little birds. And Hugh Hammer's like just trying to like keep his cool. But like Adam of Hull, I think, you know, he's served. So he has he's like served in the army. So he knows decorum.
Uh-huh.
And also like he's wanted this his whole fucking life. Like the other guys like knew that they were like street rats and that they'd never be more than that. But Adam of Hull was at least like, maybe one day I won't be a bastard no more. You know, and especially in recent years, since like his brother's been raised up, since his brother has been, you know, proving himself in battle and whatever, he's like, yo, we could really, and his brother's like, I don't care about that. But Adam's like, dude, I just want to like eat from silver plates. So, I think he's really happy to be raised. He's wanted this his whole life. He's like really dedicated. And he's like, I just want to learn the ways of a dragon rider and I'm loyal to you. And so I think he's cool. Hugh the Hammer. As much as I love Ulf the White's comedic relief and I love Adam of Hull's loyalty, Hugh the Hammer's my favorite. Maybe it's because I think he's cute. But he's riding the biggest dragon.
Sorry, my laptop is dying and it's not like charging. So
Sorry.
and we have like 20 more pages to go. So
No, we don't. I'm gonna wrap it up. But
I just can't get my laptop to charge.
it's okay. But you're streaming from your phone, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking at the notes on my laptop.
That's okay. I can talk through them.
Okay. And okay.
Hugh the Hammer. He claimed Vermithor, previously rode by King Jaehaerys, the biggest dragon of the three
No.
new dragons.
Serena. Keep going.
Hugh,
sword and she's gonna knock it over and get hurt. Stop. Go on.
I'll try to streamline this. So yeah, Hugh the Hammer. He's the one who was a blacksmith back in King's Landing. His dragon being added to the Black's arsenal is a huge boon to their campaign. He's not as big as Vhagar, but he's now the second biggest of all of the dragons involved. Right?
Yes.
And Vhagar has seen war. Or sorry, Vermithor has seen war, which Vhagar is the only one who's really seen war. I mean, Caraxes, which is Daemon's dragon, had seen war in the Steppe Zones, as had Seasmoke when he was ridden by Laenor. I mean, the Steppe Zones, can you really call that a war? It was a battle, it's not a war.
I mean, it went on for a couple of years. It wasn't just like a quick battle.
Yeah, but it was like just in that one little space. And like, I feel like Vhagar has been to war and it's been like in multiple places against multiple different enemies, and I don't know, it's just different, you know. Blah blah blah. Okay, so here's the notes I have on Hugh the Hammer. He has abandoned his family to be here. He values honor and dignity, but he's cautious and respectful. I don't really see any reason why he or Ulf or Adam would turn loyalties, so they're all pretty cool with me. So I'm gonna go back. Let's see. I'll just talk about the dragons a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go through all the dragons. Vagar is the biggest dragon. Team Green. Also on Team Green is Dreamfire. That's Helena's dragon, and Helena doesn't really ride, so I don't think that dragon's gonna come into play. Do you?
Just for fun.
Do you think that dragon's gonna come into play in the war to come?
I don't think so.
Here's a question.
It's hard. Like I said, it's hard because things are different than
in the book. Yeah. Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Sunfire, which was King Aegon's dragon. They said in the show he was long in the dying.
Okay.
And then when he's talking to Larys, he says, he's talking to Larys. Oh, where's my notes? Where's my other notes? This page. Aegon's talking to Larys, and he says, "My dragon is dead." And Kristen Cole said the dragon was slow in the dying.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sunfire dead?
I don't know.
As far as Aegon believes, Sunfire is dead.
Yes.
And Cole said he was slow in the dying, which doesn't mean he saw the dragon die. Just means that, because the last time we saw Sunfire, they were still alive. Aegon was burnt, and Sunfire was there like, but like, usually you put a horse out of its misery. We didn't see that happen with Sunfire.
Right. Had half its wing ripped off, but
Wait, his whole wing?
half of his wing.
Okay. So he's not really. That's not really that dragon's not really going to come into play, as far as we can tell. And then Tessarion.
Don't remember.
Tessarion is. What's the name of the
Darren?
Okay.
Dragon who's coming from Old Town.
That dragon doesn't look too much smaller than Sunfire. I would say, according to my map, that dragon is the same size as Tyraxes, which is Prince Joffrey's dragon. And Joffrey's headed to Pentos, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to go back to the blacks. Caraxes is the biggest. That's Daemon's.
Mm-hmm.
Rhaenyra's is his Syrax, which, Rhaenyra's our queen, so she's definitely going to have to go to war at some point. But let's be honest, Syrax has not seen battle. And according to my notes, Syraxes mostly have been used for transportation and breeding. Right. So this is not a war horse.
Right. But it was the first dragon we saw in the show.
Yeah.
Back in episode 1.
Yeah. Moondancer is small.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Bela's. And Vermax is small. Looks like Moondancer is bigger than Vermax, which I'm guessing that both Moondancer and Vermax were in the cradle with Bela and Jace. So I guess that means Bela's a couple years older than Jace.
Yeah. I think she's a little older. Yeah, because...
But they seem to get married at the same time. Oh well, whatever. Because Laenor and Rhaenyra's tried, and that was around the same time that Daemon and whatever Bela's mom's name was, they got right to work. I see. Okay. Well, either way, all of the dragons under the blacks up until the mid season 2 were small. And then we get the newly added dragon riders. Sea Smoke, which is out of the 3 of the new dragon riders, the smallest, with Adam, who I said, like, I think he's very loyal and blah, blah, blah. Silverwing is the one that Ulf claimed. And that one has not been to war. And then Vermithor, who definitely has been to war and is not just half the size of Vhagar, but like 2/3 the size of Vhagar. So Vermithor is definitely a challenge to Vhagar. And I think Vermithor and Silverwing together could totally overcome Vhagar. And let's be honest, these 3 new dragon riders, they're expendable.
Yeah.
Bela is not expendable. More so, Jace is not expendable. But these guys, I mean, they're going to be the absolute vanguard.
Yeah. I'm fighting with my own dragon right now.
Looks like you're doing something else.
I'm not. It's the dragon.
All right. I'm going to move on. I'm just going to, I don't have to talk about all this. But let's just, let's go into the new players and upcoming players, and then we'll be all done. Thanks, guys, for hanging in with us.
I got a couple more people jumped in. How many were in there? There are 2 again.
Hi, friends. We love you. I just want to know, what does everybody think of my costume? Because I'm going to be wearing it to meet Harry Collette on Sunday. I'm going to invite him back to my place, even though my place is a hostel. So hopefully he'll just invite me back to his place. But let me know what you think, how I can fix it, how I can make it better. Okay, so we talked about the Dragon Riders. Lothar of Exos. I love this character. It was a male character in the books. Does Rhaenyra know that that Admiral Lothar and the fleet of the Triarchy are on their way? I don't think so. They're going to be going to break up the blockade, which is the reason that no food can come into King's Landing. I think they're going to take them by surprise.
Yeah. I don't think she knows.
When we say the Battle of the Gullet is like where the sea snake has been blockading, and that's like, for some reason, the only path for anybody to reach King's Landing by sea, and that's where all the food is coming from. They're not blockading.
Like the ships.
That's where
the ships are going. Yeah.
But they're not, they can't possibly be blockading the land part. So how is King's Landing really starving if only their ports are blocked? I don't know. But
where everything comes in from the ports.
Everything comes in from the ports. Okay. I was wondering if other fleets were going to be attacking with the Greens as well, but then I was rewatching, and when Daemon told Tywin to go check out the Triarchy and make an alliance with them, he specifically said the Lannister and Highgarden fleets will not arrive for months, and that the Triarchy is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. And Admiral Lothar enthusiastically said, "We will ride to the Gullet on the morrow." So I think that it's going to happen in episode 1. I think
it has to. That's definitely what they're starting with, and it's massive.
I'm going to use my money that I have remaining in my Kalshi prediction app to say that the Battle of the Gullet will be episode 2. Because in episode 1, they have to reestablish where everybody is.
I'm pretty sure they're opening with the Gullet. I'm pretty sure that's known.
But you're not wrong, because literally the last thing that Lothar ends the final scene, her scene in the last episode, she goes, "To the Gullet on the morrow."
Right. I think.
Jason Lannister. Did you know that he is the Lord of Casterly Rock and not Thailand? because he's the one who remains at Casterly Rock
Okay.
and is the head of the Casterly Rock army.
Okay. I don't know that I really. I mean, I probably knew it.
I
Somewhere in
didn't.
my
I
brain,
never
but
thought about that,
don't really
but
think
I don't
about
know.
it.
In my research, I discovered that.
Yeah. Do we have episode titles? That's what actually I would like to know.
Ooh, the title of the first one has been released. You should look that up, and we'll talk about that as soon as I'm done with these people. Jason Lannister, blah 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 blah. He arrives at the Golden Tooth, and he's saying that we're gonna destroy the Riverland scum at the Red Fork. So I'm wondering if the Red Fork is going to be another battle that's coming up. And his destination is Harrenhal. However, he won't march until Aemon joins him on Vhagar. And immediately after that scene, Vhagar's like, "How dare he summon me?" I don't think that Jason Lannister is going to change sides, but I'm interested to see what kind of tension this is going to draw, because Jason Lannister has he's got a bargaining chip, and that is his entire foot soldier army. Like, there is no Targaryen foot soldier army.
Right.
So Lannister brings in a big land army and ships, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going until Vhagar's there, because there's already a dragon there, which is to say Syraxes, and now also Rhaenyra's dragon's there in Harrenhal, and that's where the big first battle is going to take place, other than the Gullet. The Gullet, it's like, as far as the councils are concerned right now, all of their eyes are on Harrenhal. Nobody knows the Gullet's going to be taking place.
Right.
Other than if Tyland succeeds, which only the Greens know about.
Right.
Because why would anybody in Westeros try to make an alliance with the Triarchy? Which, another thing I noticed when my rewatch, this was in episode 1 of season 2. Otto says something about the Martells have made an alliance with the Triarchy. Are the Martells going to become part of the situation? I don't know.
Time will tell.
Also, the Greyjoys. In Game of Thrones, they are the biggest fleet that exists.
Yeah.
And at one point, somebody mentions Dalton Greyjoy, the Red Kraken. So, I know you won't give us spoilers, but what's your take on the Greyjoys?
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Okay. I'm keeping it tight-lipped. I love doing these like recap pre-episodes, but it's always so hard because I'm like,
okay. So the Triarchy's fleet is going to challenge the Sea Snakes blockade. Lannister and Highgarden fleets won't arrive for months, so that's done. Talked about the Tullys. Baratheons. Where are we with the Baratheons? Because the last time we spoke about the Baratheons was the end of season 1, and he made a marriage pact with Aemond,
right?
And they haven't talked about it since,
right?
And I'm not gonna lie, if I was Boros Baratheon and I said not in my effing hall, and then 20 minutes later the kid dies, even though it didn't take place in my hall, I'd be like, yo, dude, you're disrespecting me. You were both guests in my hall, and now you just, went out in my parking lot and killed him. And I don't think Aemond has any intention on honoring his marriage. If anything, he would prefer to marry Helena.
Yeah,
I think.
Probably. We're just waiting for Aegon to die.
So, where are the Baratheons? That's what my question. Dorne, we have no idea what's going on. The Vale is definitely with us, but I feel like that's fleeting, because she's like, oh, if you bring me a dragon. Like, what reason does the Vale have to be loyal?
Right.
And just like in Game of Thrones, what reason does the Vale have to send their armies at all? They're safe where they are. They're happy and safe.
Absolutely.
And either side could show up and intimidate with them with the dragons. So,
yeah.
The twins, the phrase.
Mm.
Again, nobody is. I feel like for some reason I'm like worried that everybody's double agents at this point
Right.
because you can't trust the phrase. We know that from Game of Thrones. I wouldn't put any money. I would put more money on the phrase double crossing than anything else.
Yeah. The phrase,
Because
don't trust them.
yeah.
Ever.
And it's all it takes is for somebody to give them a bigger prize.
Mm-hmm.
They say, "Oh, we'll take Harrenhal as long as you give us Harrenhal." Well, if the Greens take over Harrenhal, then they'll just side with the Greens. I mean, the phrase are slippery. I think that's what Catherine called them. What's the butcher's ball?
The butcher's ball. I don't remember what that is, to be perfectly honest with you.
Again, I'm like
I'm like in the middle of my reread. Like I have to like really get through it because I have like
I
5
don't
days.
want spoilers, and like I try to avoid them. And then again, I'm listening to the official podcast, which is like full of them, which I
Mhm.
think is kind of wrong. I don't think the podcast should be. The official Game of Thrones podcast should not be
Mhm.
giving us spoilers. But let's talk about predictions. I predict that Sir Harold Westerling, the commander of the Kingsguard from season 1, who left when Kristen Cole and Otto Hightower announced that they had been plotting, I think he's going to come back on Team Black. Alternatively, at the end of season 2, the Dragon Pit coaches, they left Rhaenyra because they said, "You're bastardizing this old tradition by letting just street folk come in." It's like, what are they going to do? Go back to Valyria? No.
Right.
So I don't know how much they can help, but I feel like they're going to show up in King's Landing and be like, "Yo, Team Green, we're on your side now," for whatever that's worth.
Right.
Those are my predictions. Oh, and that one, let me look up what I'm talking about. Members of Team Green Council, House of the Dragon.
Sorry. So say it ever. Hey, relax. Go on. Say that one more time.
No, I was talking to my computer trying to do a voice search.
Oh, sorry. That's
okay. I'm not going to be able to. Oh, okay. Hold on. There it is. Jasper Wild, Master of Laws. That has to be it. Hold on.
Oh, hey.
Oh. Yeah, Jasper Wiles. I how can I show you this? What I'm talking about. There's no point in it. All I'm going to say is I think Jasper Wilds might switch sides. He is on the Council of the Greens. He's like the only member of the Council of the Greens that we haven't talked about. He's not the Maester. It's not Kristen Cole. It's not Daemon or Aegon. It's not Alicent. It's that one other guy with dark hair,
Yeah. Sorry.
Do you?
Yes, I think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
There was at the last episode, Aemon's like, "Well, we're gonna something about the small folk," and he's like, "Well, I mean, if you do this, then the small folk won't eat." And Aemon goes, "Well, if they're dead, then they can't eat either. So which is more important?"
Yes.
And Aemon just kind of walks away in a huff, and this guy looks at the camera like as much as he plotted against Rhaenyra, and they'd already been working on plans to get rid of Rhaenyra as the heir, and he's kind of said some sassy stuff, and he's been kind of like a little bitch. All of a sudden, like kind of like Lord Varys in Game of Thrones, he's like, okay, but like if we're not serving the realm, then why are we here? And I love that in a politician, because a lot of these politicians are like, well, if it's going to mean that I don't win the next vote, then that's a no. Whether it's the right thing to do or not, whether it's what I believe in or not, whether it's the right thing to do or not, I'm going to do what serves me, which is staying in my role. And there was just a face that this guy made where Aemon's like, you know, the small folk, if it doesn't serve them, too bad. And the guy's just like, which I feel like is setting the scene for something. And like you said, Allison's not going to open the damn gates. This is not the Maester from Game of Thrones opening the gates for Tywin Lannister. That's not what's going to happen. But we shall see.
We shall.
This has been another episode of Fire and Wine. We're just gearing up for season 3 of Dragons, and we hope you join us for more.
Sorry, my dragon has had it.
Yeah, I have to. And, you know, maybe I'll do better at not being drunk by the time we start so that I don't mess up all the tech before we even start. But it's been lovely seeing you, Jacqueline. I love you.
You as well. I love you, and I love all of our friends who have joined throughout the night.
Yeah, guys, we love you. We're only doing this because of you.
Right. 3 of you.
Let me just show you.
It won't be as long next week either, because it's just going to be one.
Usually, this is Daenerys' costume from the beginning of season 6, I think.
Daenerys
that I made.
Girl.
What?
You can't get it right. Her name.
I'm talking about Daenerys from Game of Thrones. This is my Daenerys costume.
Daenerys.
Okay, fine.
Still saying it wrong.
And I discovered that, like, without pants, it's kind of sexy as hell. So I was thinking about I already have black fishnets. I was thinking about getting some burgundy fishnets to wear under this.
Cute. Did she wear pants under it? What did she wear?
Black pants, yeah. Like the black riding pants that she wears.
Oh, yeah.
But if I'm trying to ride the DJ, I'm going to have some butt out. And it's not though. Like it's completely covered. It's just like the leg.
Right. Agreed.
But I cannot dance in this top because this is what happens.
Yeah. You need to put like clear straps from like here to the back, like just sew on a clear strap to keep it up. Like the clear bra straps.
Yeah, you know I mean, unless it's in the front, it's not going to stay.
Sew it from like here, the front of it, to the back of it to keep it up on your shoulders. But the clear bra strap.
We'll talk. We can talk offline about it.
Okay.
Because I love this look, but I cannot get these without wearing a proper bra. There is not a strapless bra in the world that will do this.
No.
You look so much like Allison right now, I swear to God. Like you're just looking up like Allison does it at the council meeting. She's like, that was your face just now. I love it. Okay, bye. Now that I'm undressed. Bye.
Love you all. Bye. I know how to get out.